We're looking for places to put our cigarettes out. Just a little announcement, please put your cigarettes into the receptacles that have been provided for you. Harry, Jesus. I find myself like looking for cigarettes now. You really like, my mind is completely screwed up because of it. Anyway. So, I think, first of all, for some of the people who haven't been to Sweden, us foreigners, foreign workers, whatever you want to call us, when we came here 3 summers ago for Anna's birthday, Fred was very, very nervous, I think, because he knew all his fucked up friends were coming, and that maybe they wouldn't be completely appropriate in the House of Pear in Anna. And what he was particularly what he was particular about, I guess, was the way people toasted here. So, you know that these Swedes, they give really long speeches, and they do this skull thing, but Fred gave me the whole rundown, so I don't know if it's really appropriate here, but when you're sitting at a table, and I guess you can kind of do it here, when someone gives a speech and does the skull, you have to look to your right, Fred? To the supposed woman that you're with. Ollie will be my example right now. Then you look to your left, to a friend of yours. Then you need to scan the room. You don't necessarily need to make eye contact with everyone, because apparently that would take very long. Scan the room, and then one more time to your betrothed or other partner who's sitting next to you.
Partner's a good word, by the way.
So anyway, so when I will do the skull and cheers, I want to make sure that everyone is doing this very, very specifically. I didn't bring any speech with me. I really intended to write something down. I thought, okay, I came last Thursday. I have plenty of time to do it. I was soon employed in about a 9-hour job to fill holes with seaweed and then dirt. I went to a secret island with Fred and our friends and came back thinking, okay, well, here's a vacation we'll start. There'll be time to do things. Let's see. Let's get a little rundown of what I've done. I could just do today. It will be fine. Tiki torches, shoveling gravel, stacking wood. You know what? Let's just say that we built this tent, because everyone will believe us anyway. So anyway, I was a little bit, I didn't really have the time to do what I wanted. I thought Per was doing like a Mr. Miyagi thing, like he was going to teach us different skills by building all these things. But honestly, I really haven't seen the point yet in any of it. So maybe tomorrow it'll be revealed while we're probably taking this down. So I'll try to do this off the cuff a little bit. If I ramble, then Raul can interrupt again and tell me to stop. But well, first of all, I'd like to thank the Davidson family for having us all here, and Charlotte, and Lotta, and Frederick, and Andrew, Testi, Saga, Gustav. Everyone pitched in, really, and you know, they say they love their sister and their daughter, and I think if you were around, you saw how much hard work they put into it. I mean, literally, people were here at 2 a.m. last night, organizing and putting things, and I know that there were a lot of other people who helped, friends and family. So we can do one skull to that, I guess. Do you have a drink? Yeah. Okay, good. So skull. Make sure you guys do it right. Okay. Right. Left. Scan the room. Once more right. Okay, now you can drink something. All right. Oh, I forgot to say pear. Like I said, once I find out what the meaning of all this is, then we'll talk about thank you. No, but honestly, Pear's been a very gracious host, so I thank him as well. I think that some people have alluded to it a little bit before, but I've been hearing about Anna from Fred for a very long time. Bits and pieces about this girl in Paris that he knew, and we won't talk about Fred's checkered past as much as Kelvin and John would like me to. But let's just say that she was constantly in the conversation in one way or the other. So at some point, Fred said, you know, Fred happened to be single, and he's like, okay, man, like I'm gonna have a good time. It's gonna be free and do what I want, you know, read a lot of books and like, you know, really just find myself. And he said, well, and I'm moving into an apartment with some Swedes. And I was like, Fred, what Swedes are you moving in with? He's like, I don't even remember the other names, so it's not important right now.
Michaela, she's here.
Michaela is here, who I replaced. And then Anna's name came up, and I said, Fred, I guarantee you, in 1 month, you guys will be boyfriend and girlfriend, guaranteed. No, dude, this is gonna be me. I'm really gonna like just have a good time, whatever. A month later, Fred and Anna are boyfriend and girlfriend. And to be honest, this speech is pretty easy because, you know, ever since I've seen Fred and Anna together, and I've really had the privilege, I got to live with them for 2.5 years until they bought a house without a room for me. Gently told me that I was needed to find a new place to live. Anyway, I still love you guys. But honestly, it's stories like I just told you that keep coming up. And it was never a question that they would be together forever because they just fit so perfectly together. Just let me talk a little bit about my relationship with Fred. Fred I met first. Mrs. Evans was my religious education teacher. It's kind of a Sunday school. Didn't like it that much. As young kids often do not. And since Fred was the son of my religious education teacher, I didn't like him too much. So this is probably when we were about 9 years old. But a few years later, we actually ended up going to the same school in junior high. And to be honest, I have no idea how we became friends. At some point, we just hung out. It's kind of like the crayfish party the other night. I don't really remember what happened. I just know that Fred started being my friend. You know, and Raul was the emotional Spaniard, so I don't know about you guys. Fred's a pretty tough dude, but when he started crying, I was biting my lip a little bit. We all know what an asshole he can be, but behind that hard exterior is a very, very sweet, romantic, emotional guy. And if you guys hear how he proposed to Anna, or any of those things, I think you guys all know that pretty well. Anna, I've really had a chance to know you, and I think I've sort of been lucky in that sense. I've lived with you. You've been a fantastic, fantastic friend. Wow, that's weird. That's a little subconscious homosexual love there. Sorry, I just put that on my system. But you know, Fred and I have a very interesting relationship. I think we're very similar, and you really balance Fred out in a beautiful way. Again, like I said, I remember the time that we were in Fire Island, and we were all swimming, and I told Anna, I'm like, Anna, come with me. Let's just see if Fred follows. And we got out of the water, and Fred's like, no, wait, where are you going? And it definitely wasn't to hang out with me. I mean, Anna is his true love, his soulmate, and like I said, I've been lucky enough to know her, and I have no doubt about her that she's a gorgeous, beautiful person inside and out, and Fred's very lucky to have her. And just one final note, Fred, you're my best friend, you're my brother, and I love you a lot, and I'm just so happy and honored to be here with you on this magnificent day. I'm sure when Para tells me what the schedule is for tomorrow, I'll be a little less emotional. But, yeah, I want to say my toast, and I know Ollie wants to say a word or two to you guys as well. So, from me, skol, na zdrowie, bon santé, Bruce, whatever you want to say. The foreign workers, unite. Cheers.